Hello, this is H.G. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play SimCity! Let's go take on another scenario, this time heading to Boston to deal with a nuclear meltdown. Holy cow! I like the description for this scenario. Nintendo Powerball Championships. But, alright, let's head on in and see what we can do. What was that? Whoa! Nuts. So yeah, nuclear meltdown, you can't trigger it manually, like from the menu there. But it can happen in regular city. It's just extraordinarily rare for it to happen. So yeah, there used to be a nuclear power plant over here. Now, not only do we not have power, but we also have all this fallout all over the area. Not the entire city, but a lot of it. So, I want to show you another way that you can deal with this before going through the intended means of doing so. So when you're starting up the city, hold down the L button. And that's kind of like a secondary pause for the game. That's how the money cheat works. And if you're holding down the L button, it'll look like time is passing, like with animations and stuff, but it's not. Time is basically frozen there. So what you can do, the cheap method that everyone knows playing this game, just destroy the 3 nuclear power plants. Boom, no nuclear meltdown, we're good to go. But yeah, I mean, you'd have to get rid of all those to have to deal with that. There is another way that you can deal with it, though. Same method, but a different way. The way the game figures out which nuclear power plant to destroy is, I think it takes whichever nuclear power plant is highest up in the city, like the y-axis coordinate of the nuclear power plant. So, like if I only destroyed this one, then this one would explode. And if I destroyed those two, this one would explode. So to deal with all of that, why don't we put another nuclear power plant right up here where no one is around. Get it there, let go of the L button. Boom, you've got your meltdown. Nothing is over here of consequence, and your regular nuclear power plants are all set and ready to go. So you could just basically proceed without any problem. But I'm not going to be doing that. I just thought I'd show you the methods that you could use to deal with that relatively easily. Now, I thought about perhaps destroying only a couple of the nuclear power plants. Maybe letting one of the others explode, like this one, since there's a lot more, or a much smaller area around here. But this area is much easier to isolate from the rest of the city than this part. Some of the nuclear fallout would get over here into the residential and commercial zones. That's a big no-no. But, okay, so first things first, let's get things started over here. We have 2 airports in the city. You don't need 2. So let's get rid of them. Same thing with the stadiums. We had 2 of them. And that, yeah, we don't need the second one either. So what I want to do is start trimming the fat around the city. Not the roads, other than some like on this side of the city, because, I mean, who's going to want to drive over there? So why don't we cut off that part of the city entirely and just let it burn. And then over here, yeah, one thing with the road on this part here is that it's way too far away for a residential zone to go all the way over here and make it to the industrial zones. Now, you're just way too far away for that to be a valid destination. So really, all you've got with these zones over here, yeah, I mean, that's all you got, just the few zones. And I could isolate them from the rest of the city, but they're not really going to be going anywhere. They basically just take up space for the most parts. So what I'm going to do is, instead of trying to recover this area, I'm just basically going to demolish anything. I thought about maybe only removing the residential and commercial zones in the area and leaving the industrial zones, since they wouldn't care about the nuclear fallout. But another thing is that with the remaining coal power plant, well, I want to get rid of the other one, but with the remaining 2 nuclear power plants, they wouldn't have enough power for absolutely everything over here on this side of the city. So yeah, this side is just basically not worth holding on to. I mean, I could, build another nuclear power plant, but I mean, it's just a disaster to try and recover from. So how about we just get rid of everything over here and do what I can on the other side of the city. You might also notice that Boston has a lot of seaports, and you only need one of them, so I'm going to be getting rid of most of those as well. As far as how the nuclear fallout works, is each one of those tiles is worth 60 pollution. So like one of these little ones. By comparison, an industrial zone of any level only generates 50 pollution. So this is a lot of pollution in a concentrated area. So yeah, we might as well just get rid of it, and I want to get rid of the roads to help the budget out a bit too. And also, well, save power from whatever else I would hold on to around here. Let's see, I'll probably want to get rid of another fire department while I'm at it. Might as well just leave that to burn. Nothing's gonna happen there. Okay, so let's, get rid of all these around here. They just generate a lot of pollution and reduce land value. So yeah, we'll just get rid of all those. Let's see. Okay, so this one's okay. That one's okay. Let me just make sure I didn't cut everything off from power over there. Okay. Why don't we just put a couple over here just to be safe? Yeah, that ought to be good enough there. And then get rid of not all of those. Most of those. This is the one that I'm going to hold on to because it's farther away from anything else that I would care about in the city. So yeah, just clean up a little bit around here. Make sure everything's got power, and we should be good to go. But 5 years to complete this scenario. That is more than enough to deal with anything. Okay, get power going up there. Okay, I think we should be good as far as all that is concerned. Just make sure everything's got power, though I'll check the map eventually. But, okay, so let's get that moving. And then, okay, yeah, now let's check the power grid. It's always something I forget. But, not today, apparently. Other than the airport and the seaport. Let me see, around here, I think that might just be the parks. Yeah, I saw a little green around here, but, no. They're not out of power or anything. Hey, what? Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say, why not put some roads over here connecting them, but they just go around here anyway. Okay, so another thing I want to do to kind of jumpstart the city, let's lower taxes to 5% to help out with the zone demand recovering from all the zones I just destroyed on the other side of the river. And then once you've taken care of the nuclear fallout over there, then all you need to do to complete the scenario is build it up into a metropolis, 100,000 people, and have a city score of at least 500. Yeah, even fire can be a complaint on here. I didn't know that, because I always deal with fires before the year is out. So like this stuff, yeah, that's gonna burn itself out eventually there. Yeah, they probably should have thought more about fire mechanics. I mean, making it more threatening, because, I mean, all you gotta do is just basically firewall it from everything else, and you don't even need the fire departments. I get the feeling that they kind of want you to kind of deploy fire departments, like just build one whenever you have a fire or something. I know SimCity 2000 had something like that, but it wasn't like building fire departments. You just deployed them to a area you click on or something. Okay, so now that we've gotten the city running for a little while, let's see how the crime is doing around here. Not good. Let's see what we can do to help out. Okay, so right around here in the middle, how about we get police department over there? Really, I don't need to build any more zones. As far as population goes, there's more than enough to get the job done. Let's see, right around here. But I would like to deal with the crime around the city, just so that everything that's close to the middle of the city will have some police presence. Okay, why don't we get one more police department? Okay, now up here is mostly industrial zones, so I'm not extraordinarily worried about it. But I'll put a police department here anyway. For the most part, though, I won't put a police department next to or in an area that's mostly industrial zones. I only put it here because we got some residential zones up top. So that'll help out a little with that. That ought to be good. But yeah, you could put some like more residential zones around here in the park area. But yeah, you don't really need to. Besides, the 2 nuclear power plants are almost taxed of their power distribution. There's just so much wasted zones. But it's not worthwhile to go out of your way and micromanage every single little zone around the city. Not like Detroit. No. This one, ironically, is relatively easy. It's one of the easiest disasters to recover from. But, okay, so now, yeah, we need to, grow the city. So, let's see, how's crime doing now? Okay, yeah, so some areas are developing fairly quickly. So, I want to put police departments to help deal with that, because population density is one of the major factors for crime, as well as land value. Okay, let's see, over here, let's see, what I want to do is destroy commercial zones to build my police departments. Let's see, why don't we go here? Yeah, that ought to be good. But yeah, this city has an overabundance of commercial zones, perhaps because I destroyed so many industrial zones on the other side of the river. But yeah, we don't have quite enough residential zones to satisfy demand. So I'll just leave everything else as is. Let's see, over here. Okay, let's see, if I go like around here, if I can destroy that, then I can put another police department there. Okay, so now, at this point, I really don't need to stay on the slowest speed once the game updates the power distribution. So let's fast forward until we get to the next year, maybe I'll check out some of the problems that the people are complaining about. But at this point, if you've got a 5% tax rate, you'll be able to attract enough residents to your city to develop a metropolis. I would assume you also have to retain the 100,000 population in order to become a metropolis and stay a metropolis by the time you get to the end of the city. Let's see, did I destroy all but one of the fire departments? No, there's still one more that I'm paying for. Whoops. Okay, well then, let's see. Okay, so what do we got? Okay, around here. Yeah, I don't think we really need that there. How about we just take that and replace it and forget about it? Or you could become a hospital. Why not? Sounds like a great idea. But we got better music now. Well, the previous song was good too. I like all the music for the various stage of development for a city. Okay, so we got all that. Hey, we're making a profit now, even at 5%. Very nice. Let's see how the complaints are going. Okay, so yeah, a little bit with crime. Basically, at this point, I could just coast to the end. My city score and population are more than good enough to complete it. But I would like to deal with more of the crime. Okay, so let's see, right at the bottom there. Okay, so how about, let's go right over here to deal with that. The reason I didn't center the screen on that area was you could see how the crime was like straight horizontal there. So that indicates to me that there's probably police coverage, like 8x8 area that just isn't getting covered over there. So I figured let's look at the bottom there so I can see where that line is. But yeah, I did not like go into a spreadsheet and micromanage every single 8x8 region around here. No. It's not really necessary. This isn't really necessary either. But I'm doing this part anyway. Okay, over here is mostly industrial zones. Same thing in the southeast. Don't worry about that. And then maybe something to help out over here in the middle. Yeah, that ought to be pretty good there. And don't worry about having a budget that is losing money per year. It's only 5 years to get through the place, and we don't really need to spend our money to build more zones or anything to further populate the city. So I would just leave that alone. So if I lose money, whatever, that's fine. I mean, I could reduce taxes even more, but because of the number of commercial zones around the city, I would never be able to get commercial zone demand way up there to get all of them like that. But you don't really need to worry about that. I mean, I could just demolish a whole bunch of commercial zones. But, I mean, they're there, they're available, let them do whatever they want and not worry about it. But yeah, like, I'm not gonna get rid of, like, excess roads, like, over here or something. The transportation budget is not nearly as insane as before. And, okay, yeah, let's just leave that alone. Well, let's see what's going on now. Hey! Alright, much better. City score is looking good. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so around here, I could probably use some help. Let's see, about the top of the screen there. Okay, so how about we go right here? Yeah, that ought to spread out the police departments sufficiently. And then, let's see, up there we're good. Maybe get a little more help down here. You want to be careful with deploying police departments down here, because remember the way the 8x8 regions work is the lower 4 rows there are a separate 8x8 region, although it's actually 8x4 down there, so you're not going to get as much help down there anyway. So try to keep the center of a police department away from the 8x4 regions and you should be fine. Let's see, yeah, there's some residential zones on the bottom there. I would not worry about them at all. I guess I could do something up there. I mean, there's... Oh, I forgot to get rid of the coal power plant. Whoops. Not that it really matters. We've got more than enough power for everything anyway. But, yeah, I meant to destroy that earlier, but maybe that's why there's, like, crime around here. But I'll put a police department there anyway. The population, you know, I'd like to have a little more of a buffer for the number of people that I got. If I could get up to, like, 115, that would be really nice. But otherwise, I will just take what I can get. Okay, we're done with building more police departments. Just another year and a half or so, and we should be good. But yeah, you'd think, like, a nuclear meltdown or something would be more threatening than it is, but, nope. Me, personally, in all the years that I've played the game, I have never seen a nuclear power plant melt down naturally. The closest I've had is a plane flying into a nuclear power plant. And even then, that did not cause, like, nuclear fallout or anything like that. But, okay, so we got all that. Looking good there. One more year to go. Okay, so let's see, how are we doing with the problems there? Not bad. Let's see how the crime is looking. Probably most of the crime complaint is, yeah, by industrial zones. So I'm not really concerned about that. We already got a police department here, but, maybe I could put another one around here. Maybe, like, right here? Yeah, that can do. Okay, but I think that's all I'm gonna do with dealing with crime. You don't need to do that in order to complete this scenario. But just give people a little help there. Yeah, commercial demand is just always going to be pretty low in this city. It's not as simple as, like, maybe lowering the tax rate, wait for the demand to get up, and then raise it again. No, that doesn't work. At least not without building a lot more zones, and I just wanted to do the least amount of effort possible without cheating. So just take what I've got. Well, hopefully my population can hold out long enough. Just get to the end there. Man, it looked like we were losing quite a bit of population for a while there. But, well, by the sign of the snow, I think we're doing pretty good. Get that out of the way, and then what? Did it work? Hey! Alright! Well, I don't think being a mayor of a city that had a nuclear meltdown would look good on my resume to run for president, but, well, whatever you say. But how do we deal with coastal flooding in Rio de Janeiro? Find out next time on Let's Play SimCity! This is H.G. Bailey, signing off. Have a good day!